Well, welcome back all of you with my channel. Really glad that I could be able to give you with two lessons which we have already prepared and published prior. So I have requested suggestions from yourself. So you have requested accordingly. We have started on with grade in chemistry lessons, specifically structure of matter onwards. Last episode, we have studied how this matter can be divided according to their chemical composition and their physical nature. And uh, at the end, I have taken an start or preface to this segment. Before going on to the lesson, I would like to give some thoughts on yourself. Uh, every day we happen to do different things, and at times we won't be able to do the desired thing that we were able to do before, and we will not be able to do the things which we intended of, and we will not be able to do the things which we like and we desire. But it does not mean that you can't do anything. It does not mean. It does not mean you have lost your opportunity. It does not mean that you have to quit everything. So, having lost your opportunity, go to a school. Having lost your opportunity to go to a tutor. Having lost your opportunity to gather and study, that does not mean that you have to quit your studies. You should not quit. You should not ever quit. So, harder you been hit, harder you should be charged. Harder you have to charge. Harder you have been hit, harder you will be molded. You know how far we hit the metal of a sword, it becomes strong. Likewise, you also take these challenges as a motivator for yourselves. So with that, we shall start today's topic. So I'm gonna discuss today briefly on this planetary model of atomic structure, and then we will be moving on to the segment of atomic classification, the definition of an atom, how atomic structure is there, and how these electrons, neutrons, and protons are inculcated within it. And thereafter, we will be moving on to the inculcative segments where we have the parameters which I have used to categorize atom itself, right? So classification of diverse atoms like atomic number and mass number to identify different atoms. We are using that specific parameter. So we shall move on to my briefing with a small graphs and graphics, and small demonstrations are there. So we shall look on to that, and with that we will discuss.
Well, as I mentioned you, the planetary model, as you see in the screen, same as the planets around the sun, the elements, the electrons of an atom revolve around its nucleus. It is the concept behind this planetary model of an atom, where I have given you uh, that protons and neutrons are accumulated in the nucleus, and the nucleus is positively charged, and thereafter these electrons revolve around the nucleus. The number of electrons in an atom will always be equal to the number of protons, and the protons and electrons are oppositely charged because electrons are negatively charged and protons are positively charged. Therefore, because they have equal number of electrons and equal number of protons, we consider the atom is electrically neutral. So when we come into this model, when we consider this model, we see this model was brought forward by Ernest Rutherford, and where in his nuclear models, and electrons move around the nucleus in which positively charge of the atom is concentrated, where that electrons move around a place or a electron nuclear, the electrons move around the nucleus of an atom, which in which the positive charges are concentrated, or they are composed within that nucleus. The positive charges, or what are positive charges? We call them as protons. Those are protons. They are composed in the nucleus. And this is similar to the solar system where planets revolve around the sun. This is the concept. Okay. Although the electrons are attracted by these positive charges of the nucleus, they will not be falling onto the nucleus, right? Understood? It is because, as you see in the screen, these electrons move around the nucleus. Okay, they continuously move. Because of this movement, they do not fall into the nucleus, right? That it is the same concept with us. Sun is also attracting us. Are we falling onto the sun? No, because the earth is rotating around itself and it is going around the sun. Because of that factor only, we are not falling onto the sun. Same goes here. So, and a scientist called Niels Bohr, right, who brought forward, then so who continued this Rutherford's model, and he stated that the electrons have definite paths. What? Definite paths to move, right? So he identified those electron moving paths as KLMN. What? KLMN. So nearest one is K, then L, then M, and then N. So we can call it as 1, 2, 3, 4 also. So these moving parts of the electrons, we call them as what? Shells. We call them as shells. All right. As I briefed you before, there are four levels. Now you can see on screen. I have demonstrated the model where you the accommodated electrons. There are four levels now. So you, as you can see, the these shells, the four shells which is indicated on the diagram, are also called as energy level. So these, every single level such as K, L, M, N itself has a specific energy with them. So when moving away from the nucleus, the energy increases. Therefore, uh, the difference between the, that means the distance, difference means the distance between the energy level also decreases, right? That means when an energy level is going out of the nucleus, going far away from the nucleus, its energy increases. What? Its energy increases. And the difference between that energy level and the next one, right? That energy level and the next one decreases. They become closer, and more they come towards the nucleus, more they come towards the nucleus, their energy is less, and the distance with the nucleus is very high. So so that is the definitions on this regard. And there are also, like, it is like a bus. We can put small buses, there is an amount to put, right? For example, I take a small three-wheeler and a van and a bus, right? So three-wheeler, we can, whatever we do, we can put how many? Three. Only four, with the driver, four can be accommodated. So van, we say it as 12, and the bus we call it 42, right? That is the amount, or else we have forcefully put no, right? That is the standard amount that we can accommodate in that vehicle itself. So therefore, same goes here in the K energy level, the closest energy level to the nucleus, we can accommodate 2 electrons. And the next is L, we can accommodate 8 electrons. And next is M energy level, we can accommodate 18 electrons. And thereafter, you see, it is what? N, it is 32 electrons. So as per to this, you might have understand how much of energy will be possessed in this H energy level, because lowest energy will be always be possessed by what? K, then X, N, then M, then N. Okay, good. We shall move forward. Atomic number. When we consider about the atomic number, we can say the atomic number is equal to the number of protons in an atom. Number of protons in an atom. And when we consider a neutral atom, the number of protons are also equal to the number of electrons. So in the examination, if they have not given you the number of protons, but they have given number of electrons of a neutral atom, so what you have to do is, same goes, if the number of protons are equal to number of electrons, so number of electrons is also equal to the atomic number. It is a what? Yeah, it is the relationship between the number of electrons, number of protons, and the atomic number. So when we consider about this atomic number, it is very unique. What? It is very unique, because a neutral atom, the number of protons will be unique to itself. Therefore, from atom to atom, different types of different atoms related to different elements are different. Therefore, different elements will have different number of protons. Therefore, uh, when the chemical reactions and all are taking place, uh, the electrons will be contributing towards what? Yeah, towards the reaction. So when they contribute electrons towards a reaction, what will happen? They will lose or gain electrons and they produce ions. They produce ion. Therefore, in an ion, the number of electrons will be higher or lesser than the number of protons of that nucleus. Understood? Right. That is why always they consider the number of protons are equal to the number of what? Atomic number. Atomic number Buddha. So number of protons will always be considered as equal to the atomic number because it will not change even during the chemical reaction taking place. Okay? Alright. We'll move on. Okay, students. So as I have discussed with you prior, the mass of an electron is negligible when we consider about the mass of a proton and a neutrons. Therefore, we will not be considering electrons to be calculated towards the when we are considering about the mass number. So therefore, the mass number can be identified as the summation of number of protons and number of neutrons of an atom. Is it clear? Okay. Number of protons and number of neutrons in an atom is equal to the mass number of that specific atom. So we all know the mass number is number of protons and number of neutrons. So the atomic number is number of protons. Number of protons. Therefore, if the number of neutrons are not given and they have given the mass number and atomic number and they have asked you to find the number of neutrons. Therefore, what you have to do is reduce the atomic number from the mass number where you will get to know the number of neutrons. Number of neutrons. Well, with that, we shall move on to the concluding segment of today.
Alright, students, we have discussed so far today along with the planetary model of an atom, where you have discovered there are equal number of electrons and protons within an atom and there are neutrons in an atom, where these electrons are negatively charged and these protons are positively charged. Electrons and protons are equal in number in an atom which is neutral, where electrons do not possess a mass or it possess but a negligible mass, and protons, they are positively charged and they do possess a mass. When we consider about the mass of an atom, we consider number of protons and number of neutrons. Therefore, when we consider some atoms, they do have equal number of electrons and protons, where they show equal chemical properties but different physical properties, because though they possess equal number of electrons and equal number of protons, they do have different numbers. They different in numbers in number of neutrons. For example, protium, deuterium and tritium of hydrogen atom. So here hydrogen isotopes, we call them as isotopes. So this is the concept we learned on this planetary model of atoms. That's how I have discussed you people, and thereafter we have stepped on to the atomic number, how atomic number is devised, and the mass number, how mass number is devised. So accordingly we have come to the description of our lesson. So if you do have any queries, please comment below and subscribe myself in order to have continuous rapport with our program. Thank you very much.